Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
It's good, YouTube. This video will be a farm full gameplay. I wanted to change it up. I know you guys love Armory, but I play Armory a lot. Sometimes it gets boring. I like to switch up the content now. I'll be throwing some Northridge, some Valley in there. Let me know what you guys want to see in the comments. Like, subscribe. Helps boost the channel and the algorithm. Hope you enjoy. Knowing that I have the closest spawn in Motel, I capitalize off of it by moving as fast as I can to get inside. Once you get Motel, and if you have money for the money extract, you can sit here for the whole game basically, and you control the most important part of the map. You always want to keep track of players. I see a lot of people, they hear gunshots and then they like over panic or they over worry when the gunshots are far, and then they lose track of where the person could have rotated, and then they end up dying to the same person that was shooting earlier. You always want to keep a mental note on what the person could be doing shooting over there and what direction they're heading next. So I actually want to break that down a little bit deeper. That wasn't as basic of a gunfight as you might think. When he jiggle peeked that corner, when he did the little peek and he unpeeked, he was actually getting information. Most people like to stay and hold that angle. Like if I was to just stand there and keep aiming, he would have killed me with the pre-fire. So I unpeeked, waited for him to pre-fire since I assumed he would do that, and then I pre-fired him since I already knew the angle. I will say, if you play farm, you'll need like a little bit of patience unless you want to push everything. Personally, I don't feel comfortable taking fights outside of motels since there's too many factors and unpredictable spots for people to be in. This map plays kinda slow only because it's like 4 corners, 2 teams or however many teams spawn on each side, so you have to wait for the other teams to progress. So I always recommend having patience when playing AB in general. I believe you should never die with nades. You should always be using them. In situations like these, I use them as openings to try and get damage. These guys are actually hurting. You can hear them the whole time as they run around. Some have hurt legs and someone's hit with gas. I'm just trying to gather as much info as possible and do damage at the same time while waiting for an opening pick. So at this moment, I start hearing a third person, and he's on the outside of the gate to my right. He's either going to hop over the middle or he's going to go around to the back, which means I can't waste time with these guys or I'm going to get pinched. So I go to make a play. In this situation, I see they keep running from the nades, so I try and nade like close where it won't kill anybody, but they'll still have the indicator, and then I try to play off this pick. In situations where you turn the table big time in your favor, such as this where it's a 1v3 and I kill 2 and I hear the last one back up, I always play aggressive to see how he's playing, in case he's playing super scared all of a sudden or is he playing super aggressive. I always want to just test the waters, aka vibe check. So right here, as this guy pushes up and goes to throw the nade, I hear the other guy run first floor, and I'm assuming he's wrapping up behind me. I try to get this pick. I'm not really aware of the armor he's wearing or the helmet. I realize he eats a couple headshots. I don't know why I didn't click he had T6, but I still go for the kill, and it gets me in an interesting situation. Now it's just a 1v1. I know I hit him with a couple shots, so he has to reset and heal as well. So I back up as far as I can, start healing. And while I'm healing, I want to gather information, so I'm listening for anything I could hear. He ended up making no audio this entire time, so he has to be somewhere in the courtyard. With this information, I push up, and now it's time to finish the job. So right here, I hesitated because I wasn't sure if that footstep was Scav or a player, so I back up. And once I see it's a scav, I want to let him aggro on the guy outside since he's right next to him, and I could play off the aggro. Since earlier I saw he had T6, I don't want to challenge his left hand peek, especially since it's just unfavorable for me on all sides. He has better armor. I don't know what ammo he's shooting, but I have a bad angle to peek. I could jump out with the MPX since it's a SMG, but there's too much risk. So I try and break down this fight as easy as possible to be in my favor. So right here I hear the footsteps, but I'm hesitant to peek the window since number one, the window is broken, so it's easy to see through. And number two, I've peeked the window multiple times. I don't want someone to just expect it at this point.